Hello, friends, and welcome back to Moment to Pause. I'm Faye, and today I thought we could take a journey together. Not just through yoga as we practice it on the mat, but through the stories and histories behind some of the poses we do on the mat. Because here's the thing, yoga postures or asanas aren't just random stretches that someone put together. They carry centuries of meaning, philosophy, and even mythology. And when we know those stories, the practice becomes so much richer and, of course, much easier. So let's settle in. Maybe you're listening at home, maybe you're out for a walk or on the way to class or already sitting on your mat. Wherever you are, just take a moment right now to pause, to take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. This moment of presence and awareness, this is yoga. Now, before we dive into specific poses, I want to give you a little background. You might sometimes hear about Patanjali or Yoga Sutras from your yoga instructor or a friend or reading it on a book or magazine or while you're listening to another podcast. Patanjali is often called the father of yoga philosophy. He lived thousands of years ago in India, and he credited with writing the Yoga Sutras. These sutras are like a little pearls of wisdom. They are very short sentences, short teachings that guide us on how we live a more mindful, conscious, easeful, and peaceful life. When Patanjali wrote the Yoga Sutras thousands of years ago, he used the word asana to mean simply sit. It refers to the posture you normally take for meditation. Steady, easeful, comfortable, and grounded. There weren't all that standing poses, backbending, and flows that we know today. It was just a simple gesture of sitting on a block, on a mat, or on the ground. But as yoga evolved over centuries, the practice expanded, especially when it comes to West. More postures were added, inspired by animal, sages, gods, and elements of nature. Naming the poses wasn't just functional, it was more symbolic. Each name carries meanings, sometimes even a whole story or a mythology. That's why when we say Virabhadrasana or Hanumasana, we are not just labeling a shape, but we are also evoking a story, a character, a lesson. Let's look at some of the examples that I have right in front of me that are prepared for this show. Let's begin with Anjaneyasana, the low lunge. Anjaneya means son of Anjana. Anjana was the mother of Hanuman, which I'm going to tell this story after this. Hanuman was the monkey god. There is a beautiful story that when Hanuman was a child, he mistook the sun for a ripe mango and leaped up to grab it. The gods weren't happy and they were alarmed at this power that he owns. So they cursed him to forget his own strength until he needed the most. So when we take Anjani Asana, we are honoring Anjana, the mother, and that moment of origin. It's a pose that stretches the heart and the hips. But it's also a reminder of where Hanama's devotion and courage began. It's like the beginning of a hero's journey, the grounding before the leap. From there, we can talk about Hanuman, or the pose Hanumasana, the splits. Hanuman is famous for his great leap in the Ramayana. When Sita, the wife of Rama, was kidnapped by the demon king Ravana and taken to his kingdom across the ocean to Lanka, Hanuman leaped from India all the way to Lanka to find her. This leap wasn't just physical, it was powered by devotion. Hanuman didn't doubt himself, even though the distance seemed impossible. He trusted his love for Rama and Sita, and he made the leap. So when we practice Hanumasana, yes, that deep stretch, we also practice faith. It's about remembering that sometimes we are called to take a leap beyond what feels possible. Like me making a podcast. The pose is a metaphor for devotion, courage, and believing in something greater than our fear. Then we have Virabhadrasana, warrior poses 1, 2, and 3. These are named after Virabhadra, a fierce warrior created by Shiva. The story goes like this, that Shiva's beloved Sati sacrificed herself in despair after her father insulted Shiva. Heartbroken and enraged, Shiva tore a lock of his hair and threw it to the ground. From that lock rose Virabhadra, a mighty warrior with 1,000 arms and flaming hair. Each Virabhadrasana or each warrior poses represent part of the story. Warrior 1 is Virabhadra rising up with his sword. Warrior 2 is Virabhadra focusing his gaze on the enemy. And Warrior 3 is his swift strike. But the deeper lesson isn't about violence. It's not about being aggressive. It's about transforming grief and pain into strength and action. These poses remind us that from heartbreak, something powerful can emerge. Another example is Vrikshasana or tree pose that is really close to my heart. It's one of my favorite poses. In India, tree has always been seen as sacred, a symbol of life, shelter, and patience. Standing on one leg, rooted, but also reaching upward. As we mirror what a tree does every day. It teaches us balance, but also humility and growth, and how to be grounded. There are so many other examples, like the lotus pose that it symbolizes purity. The lotus unfolds itself from a muddy water and is so beautiful and graceful. And if I want to keep going, there are so many other poses like cobra that, it's inspired by nature. It shows us that we are in touch with nature. We come from nature. We are relevant to nature. Now, why am I sharing these stories with you? Because yoga isn't just about the movement, or some people say it's exercise. When we bring the history and mythology into our awareness and we observe our body when we are on those poses and we are holding them and breathe through them, every pose becomes more than movement. Suddenly, low lunge isn't just a hip opener, it's a moment to embody courage. Warrior 2 isn't just a strong stance, it's a focus and presence. And this is where yoga becomes alive. It's not stuck in the past, not in the future. It's right here now in our body, in our breath, in our awareness. Now, my friend, think of a yoga pose you love. Maybe it's a warrior pose, maybe it's a tree pose, maybe it's a child pose. Take a breath and imagine. What does it teaches you? Not just about your body, but about your life. Yoga is never just about the postures. It's about the meaning we bring into it. So let's take a moment together right now. Wherever you are, pause. Close your eyes if it's safe. Take a slow breath in and a full breath out. Notice your shoulder. Notice your body. Notice how you're sitting or standing right now. This right here, right now is yoga. Not something far away from a textbook. Not something we need to perform perfectly. But this moment of being mindful, conscious, and present. This is yoga. Maybe set an intention for the rest of your day. Simple sentence or a word that I move with steadiness, or I bring joy, I bring courage into small moments. Now let's take a deep breath in for 3, 2, 1. And let's hold in the top of your breast the space between your eyebrow, your third eye. For 3, 2, 1. And exhale fully for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find the rhythm of your breath now. Exhale completely. One more deep breath in. And this time side out. And when you are ready, open your eyes. Thank you. Thank you for sharing this time with me. I hope today gave you a new perspective that the poses we move through are so much more than movements or exercises. They are stories, philosophies, and invitations to live with presence, to observe our own body, our own intention. If you'd like to keep exploring, I'll leave a little freebies for you in the show notes. Just a small gift from me and my art business that's sponsoring this episode. Until next time, remember yoga isn't something that only happens on the mat. It's happening right now in every breath, in every pause. So keep breathing, keep moving, and keep living your yoga. And until then, namaste.